Hello, hello, and good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to our show. What we are going to do today is Japanese interval walking workout. This is a great workout. It's pretty easy, beginner friendly, and it is great for your joints. It's very low impact. So let's go ahead and get started here because I've set my timer and it's already running. So basically what it is just a simple set of 3 minutes of slow walking. So that's what we're doing right now. We're starting with some slow paced walking, nice and relaxed. So we will incorporate some movements. You don't really need a big space for this one. So just enough like arm's length so we can go side to side. All right. So just like dancing. All right, nice and easy, nice and relaxed. We're just doing a warm-up phase. And then after the 3 minutes of slow pace, we will ramp it up for a bit and we will do 3 minutes of fast-paced walking. All right. The important thing is you have to watch over your posture. Okay. Just make sure you're keeping yourself upright and keep your abs engaged as you're walking. And then incorporate your arms in the movement. This is great for balance. Okay, and like I said, your joints are gonna love you for this. You're gonna burn your calories while at the same time you're not doing anything high impact at all. Okay, so oops, maybe I'm a little too far back. I'm hitting my chair here. So yeah, just nice and easy front kicks. And then opposite hand, just laying it forward like this. Okay, so we're gonna be doing 5 sets of this. Stay with me now. It's just 30 minutes of nice and easy walking. It's a bit difficult to see myself, so if I'm a little off center, please forgive me. But the important thing here is your pacing is good. All right. Okay, so we'll go back to just walking for now. So we'll just alternate a minute, 45 minutes. So it's like just to keep it interesting and not so boring. All right. So we'll be doing a sprinkle of what not exercises with this. Okay. So let's do some toe taps. Now you can dance to it. So again, keeping your core tight and engaged as you're doing this thing. So this is great for balance. So as you're moving one leg forward, all right? All right, here we go. We're gonna go fast paced now. All right, uppity uppity. Let me see. Yep. Right on track. Well, actually, a few seconds late, but we're still right on track. Okay, so same thing, just a little bit faster pace right now. So earlier, generally, we were doing about 2 steps a second, and now we're doing about 3 to 4 steps a second. So let's go back to that side to side step. So this time, it's a little bit faster. And to make it a little more interesting, all right, the idea is to ramp up your heartbeat here. So do it a little bit lower, lean a little bit forward, but not too far forward, okay? So we're gonna keep this side to side movement for a little bit here. You can give it a little bit of bounce. You don't have to jump, right? So just give it a little bit of bounce. Keep it interesting. All right, here we go. And then incorporate the arms. It's like you're doing skates. We're gonna go back to simple marching for now. All right. Don't forget to breathe. You have your core engaged. but you're still breathing. Okay? So one important thing, right? Burning your fat or you're doing your cardio is actually your breath, because that's how oxidation works. Okay? Next up, we're gonna bring the knees and the hands together. So nice and easy, no jumping. So just keep to the beat. Okay. I hope you can hear me. My microphone is attached to my waist right now. So again, talking about zone 2 cardio. When you get to your zone 2 cardio, it's like you're able to talk, but not really, somewhere in between. Okay. Let's bring your hands up. Give it a little more challenge here. Just keeping the pace nice and steady. And we're gonna slow down in about 5 seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Let's bring it back down. Nice and slow. Okay. That was a great start. Heart rate ramped up to about 110 for me. How is it with yours? Do you have a step counter or smartwatch that measures your heart rate? Okay, let's give it a little bit of arm involvement here. Just shoulder and reach up. As my son says, sky stretch. So for those of you who know me, you know that my son has autism, ADHD, and he does these weird things. And one of them is sky stretch. So when we're exercising, sometimes it gets a little too much and it's annoying, but you know, that's just how it is. But other times it's funny. And we try and incorporate what he's doing with our exercise, you know, to encourage him to be healthy as well. Okay? So I hope you're doing the same thing. Okay. Now we're going to do some push forwards. So this helps with your balance and coordination. So nothing too fancy, alright? Now this is our first basic workout for cardio. And this is pretty light and easy, okay? And that's how it's meant to be. It's best to do this when you've just finished eating, you know, back to marching. And hey, the good thing about this is that you don't need a big space. Right now it's cold outside. I don't want to be walking outside because it's winter time here. It might be too hot. So instead of plopping down on the couch, just get up and get moving. You can do this while you're listening to your favorite music. Let's push arms to the side right now. Okay? And like I said, doesn't matter what your age is, you can do this exercise so easy and helps you burn fat. Again, reminder, keep your core engaged, and we're gonna be going to our fast-paced set here. 1 and go. Let's start with the fast march. Get that rhythm going. Let's do this for our first 30 seconds. And we're gonna switch exercises after. We're gonna incorporate a little more complex moves. But while we're here, if you wanna make it a little more challenging, okay, we're gonna be going side to side and then pulling arms back. All right. Ooh. When you're pulling, focus on getting your elbows to come backwards. Open your hands as if you're grabbing something. And we'll go back to some marching here. Okay. There we go. So every kind of 30 seconds or so, we're going to switch exercises. If you want to make it a little bit more interesting, if you have the space, walk forward and backwards. All right? And swing your hips. And almost like you're doing the cha-cha. All right. Let's go back to some simple marching here. If you want to stay, if you're not able to follow the more complex movements, just go back to your simple marching right here. All right. We're on our second set. Fast pace. Second set. And if you're with me, you're doing an awesome job. All right, next up, we're gonna incorporate some punches here and side steps. Okay, so with this one, use your core, engage as you're punching. Make your punches count. So make it like you're actually punching somebody or something. All right, keep your arms up. Keep your shoulders tight. Okay, let's go back to just simple marching. And then we're gonna be slowing down in a bit here. Let me check the watch. Okay. All right. 10 seconds. And we're gonna slow down. We go back to the slower pace. We're gonna start off with some side-to-side movements. Nice. You know, have fun with it. Swing your arms. Helps you burn a little more calories. You want to make it like you dance. And also do it like a dance. And we're gonna incorporate some claps. Clap your wings. All right. Open that chest wide. When you open your legs and step to the side. Whew. Nice and relaxed. Use your back muscles and your chest muscles for this one. Then let's go back to a simple march. All right, how are you guys feeling? We're almost halfway done here. If you need to drink, go ahead and get a drink. Keep yourself walking while you're drinking. This is the time to do it. It's nice and easy. Come and dance with me. Okay, we're gonna do some kicks. Just like earlier. So include your arms as you're kicking. Opposite arms come forward. Really nice. If you're having trouble with the arms, you can just lay it on your, on the side here. We'll keep on kicking. We'll do some reach. If you're up for it, crunch your core as you're reaching for your toes. If you can't reach it, just do this. Each to their own level. If you want a little bit more challenge, then crunch your abs and reach your toes. Okay, let's go back to a simple march. Whew. Okay. Let's prepare for our fast pace. 3 minutes. Let's set. All right. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4. We're gonna go with step backs. All right, you guys still with me? You don't have to turn around. I just turn around so that you can see what I'm doing. So step back, stretch that feet out. Use your glutes for this one. Again, core engage. Don't lean too far forward. Okay. Let's incorporate the arms. We're just punching. Again, keep your arms tight and punch with intention. Keep your core tight. Alright, you can go grab and reach. If you don't want to punch, you can grab and reach. We'll do some knee up. Speaking of reach. So again, keep your body straight. And just do some knee thrust. Grab your opponent's head, clinch, and bring it to you. Bring to your knees. Fantastic. We'll go back to a march now, simple march. That was great for the abs and the core. How are you all doing? So again, just have fun. Just doing simple marching here. Nothing too complex. Alright. We're gonna go back to knees and elbows. Hut. Keep to the beat. Okay, we've got 5 more seconds with this one. Then we're gonna do some heel taps. All right. So, we're about to finish the 3 minutes. How you guys feeling? I'm feeling a little breathy, but I can carry conversation. This is definitely level 2. All right, level 2 cardio territory. And we're gonna slow back down. We'll march now. All right. Wow, that was great. We're almost 60% done with this exercise. How are you guys feeling? Comment down below. Are you loving this? Are you having fun? I hope you are, because I am. All right, that's fantastic. Okay, we're gonna do a slow version of the knee up. Okay, step, step, knee up. Ooh. If you're feeling tired, you can just do some marching. Okay? Otherwise, if you're really tired, you can pause the video. Nobody's gonna fault you for it. Let's go back to just simple marching here. If you need to drink some water, grab it while you're walking. Otherwise, you can pause the video, grab some water, because we're now 60% throughout this workout. This is our 4th set of slow walk. Alright? So we're gonna do some uppercuts next. So nice and easy. Pull it tight. Pull it with your core. Okay, when you do your uppercuts, keep your elbows in. Drive it in. Alright? You don't have to make such big movements. Just drive it in. We're gonna do wide steps, knee ups. So from here, hut. Time check. Woo, nice. And again, if this is too hard for you, you can just go low. You don't have to crunch. But for me, I like to do the crunching. Let's go back to just marching. You can move your hips while you're marching and make it like a dance. Oh yeah. Otherwise, you can just straight up march. Nothing too complicated. Okay, we're gonna go to our set 4 fast pace in 5, 2, and 1. Let's start with side to side punches. For 30 seconds of this one, then we're going to switch. We're gonna switch to front and side. Jab and cross. So step forward, jab, cross, step back. If you need to stop to catch the rhythm, you can just go ahead and do that. Happens to me. I make mistakes. We'll go back to marching after this. All right. Nice. How are you guys doing? You feel your heart pumping? That's great. You can feel it. 10 seconds. All right, 5 seconds. We're gonna switch over to the left side now. Ready? And go. Again, keep your shoulders tucked in. Punch with intention. Whew. Breathe out as you're punching. Keep your core engaged. Swing your hips. Give it some power. We're gonna do knee ups with some chicken flaps. You can omit the hand movements if it's too difficult for you. Alright? But the key here is keep your shoulders on tension. Engage your abs. Great for balance work. Okay, then we'll switch to just simple marches for now. Ooh, how you doing? Okay. We're gonna switch to slow pace again. Last set number 5, slow pace. And then we'll do set number 5, fast pace. And then we'll do some nice stretches to cool down because we've used our whole body today. So here we go. Ooh, nice. Let's slow down. Okay. So just some butt kicks here. Nice and slow. Catch your breath. We're gonna be preparing for our last fast set here. So we're just gonna do some dynamic hamstring stretches here. You don't have to reach so low, but again, control your posture with your abs and your back muscles. So don't do like this. Okay, keep it straight. Okay, we're gonna go side to side now. Again, core twisting, nice and easy. You know, we can do this as if you're in a concert listening to some vintage feel-good songs, or you can just keep your hands here on the side, twist. We're gonna go back to our simple marching. Whew. We're almost done here. You're still with me. You're doing great. You're awesome. We are awesome. Whew. Almost done. We're almost done. Just stay with me here. We're gonna do some butt kicks and pullbacks. Let's start with the legs. Okay, and then pull back. Whew. Nice. So, tuck your elbows in, pull towards your midsection when you're doing this one. Okay? We're gonna go back to some simple marching here. And march. Last 30 seconds of the slow pace. And then we're gonna switch to our last set, fast paced. Stay with me now. Give it your best, give it your all. This is gonna be our last run. 3 minutes, guys, 3 minutes. And then we're at the finish line. We're just gonna cool down afterwards. Okay, here we go. Let's start with fast paced marching. Get that rhythm going. Woo. Okay. You know, one more weird thing my son does is he does a crocodile. So,
unfortunately, at this point in the video, I did not realize that my microphone died, so I will be providing you guys with some voiceover from here on in. So we're switching to just ducking and punching right here. So just keep to the beat of the music. And here we go. Now make sure when you're punching, punch with intention and keep your abs and your core engaged as you're doing this move. And also your bum, your buttocks, and your legs will also be active as you swoop down. Alright, let's go back to just simple marching for now. We are almost finished here. Checking the time now. And if you guys are still with me here, congratulations. We are almost done here. Let's keep on going. The finish line is right about there. So give it your best. And now we're going to do side crunches. Using lifting our knees, and make sure you also lift up and keep your arms up. Imagine you are defending against low kicks, side kicks, and roundhouses to your ribs. All right, there we go. And we are coming towards the end of this exercise here. You have done so well. We're going back to our marches here, and we're pretty much the one more thing, unfortunate thing that happened was after the microphone died, the camera died soon after. So The marches we're doing here, I'm just supplementing it because what I actually did never got caught on camera anymore because it died. So one last hurrah. So we're doing another round of the duck and punch. This is our very last exercise here. So give it your all and give it your best. All right, keep your core engaged, punch with intention and punch with intensity. All right. And we are just about finished here. Okay, and here we go. Congratulations everyone for joining me, and this time around we are doing some stretching and cool down. All right, so every time you're doing exercises, don't forget your stretching and cool down. That helps your joints and your muscles from getting stiff, and it also helps your heart rate to slowly come down. So bring your arm over and just press at the elbow and stretch the shoulders. Now let's do the opposite side here. About 20 seconds on each side, 20 to 30 seconds. So just follow along so that you don't have to worry about counting. And now we're going to stretch our triceps. So you'd want to bring your elbow and pull it over to the opposite side and just reach down with your hand along your back. So there we go. Nice and easy stretching. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. So do the same thing. Bring your arm and squeeze your back muscles and then pull your elbow to the opposite side here. And then we're almost done for the tricep stretch. If you are able to touch your spine, go ahead and touch your spine. And now we're doing some chest openers. So just expand your chest. And 5 seconds on that, and then we're going to stretch our back spine as well. 5 seconds on each. We're going to do 3 of each of these. All right, there we go. Nice and easy. This when you're leaning back, you're also stretching your abs. All right, our abs had some really nice exercise here if you maintained your core tension throughout the exercise. Okay, here we are just doing some hip rotations. So this helps loosen our hips, and 5 of that, and then we are going the opposite side. So 5 of that as well. There we go. 3, 4, nice and easy. There we go. Stretch it as far as you can without injuring yourself. All right. Okay, and then we're going to do a forward bend here. Make sure, try your best to keep your knees straight. Now, if you're not able to reach the floor as I'm doing here, just bend as far forward as you can and then swing to each side. There we go. Feel the stretch on your bum and your hamstrings. That's what we are stretching with this one here. All right, and then there we are. Now we're going to stretch our calf muscles or your gastrocnemius muscles and your Achilles tendon. So keep your body up straight and just lean forward while keeping your heel, planting your heel down, and at the same time making sure your feet are pointing in the same direction forward, right? And just go as far as you're able. We don't want any injuries while you're doing these stretches. All right, so do the same thing on the opposite side here. So what we're doing right now are dynamic stretches. Okay. So there we go. Just bring it forward, and now we are going to stretch our hamstrings further. So as you can see, that's going to stretch the back side of your legs here. So some people prefer their toes down. I prefer with my toes up, and try your best to keep your back straight. All right. Now I'm rounding my upper back here, but for support, all right, and to make it easier, you put your arms, or you support your upper body on your opposite leg there, as you can see. And yep, like I said, if you're not able, so keep your knee straight on the stretched leg as much as you can. And if you're not able to reach the floor, you don't have to stretch so much that you have to reach the floor, okay? And with that, just last stretch is for our quads, because we used our legs a whole lot in this exercise. So when you're walking, and right about this time I realized my microphone was dead. But you know what? We gotta get on with the show. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you followed along. And congratulations. Pat yourself on the back. You have accomplished so much and such a big step forward for your weight loss journey here. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and share this video with your friends. And keep it fit, keep it healthy, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.